What's up, everybody? Ricky Widmer here, along with fellow man-child Johnny Karlic. Oh, you're getting me a gift?
What use does it do a cripple?
Yeah, what use does it do? Bran giving the dagger to Arya. You got to give that back to Baby Groot. Give that back to Baby Groot.
There you go, buddy.
What I really want, I want to get right into it, because welcome to our Game of Thrones reaction for Episode 4, Season 7. I want to get right into it, because this episode ended with a bang. Kind of like this was like the mid-season finale.
Yeah.
Even though we have odd episodes. We got Dragonfire.
Bang's not that far off.
We got Dothrakis.
Dothraki horde, Dragonfire, a decimated army.
A dragon getting clipped in the shoulder.
Injured.
And here's the big question. This is the one we're going to start with.
Yeah.
Is Jaime Lannister dead? Is he dead?
No.
Is he? Well, I would hope he's not. That would be...
That's a horrible cop-out.
Like, one of my friends said, I have a separate Game of Thrones chat with, like, former educators that I was with when I was teaching in my past life. And they even said, they're like, you know what? Jaime's not dead. That'd be a bad way for him to go out.
This is a horrible cop-out if you were to do that.
But I love how Bronn saves him, and as he's floating down, I'm like, oh my God, is he going to drown? Is he going to drown? And you're like, don't, and it fades to black.
Yeah, no, I hate when they do that in shows, and I will start yelling at it. I don't yell a lot at movies.
You're like,
and that's one of the things I will, because it's like, because Walking Dead did that to us all the time.
All the fucking time.
All the fucking time. No, the question I want to bring up to you, is it Bronn, which I think it might, maybe, or is it Dickon?
Dickon.
Dickon.
Dickon. Because at first
his reaction was the same as Bronn.
He goes Rickon. He goes, no, it's Dickon. And Bronn goes, he starts giggling.
The whole rest of the episode, this guy's the same exact way.
I could not
Dickon.
laugh. I could not laugh.
See?
It's a funny name. But yeah, that final battle was amazing. Man. Because the thing that they kind of set up for it.
Yeah.
Because you had the Lannister army. Kind of, you see Jaime take some money out, give it to Bronn. Bronn's like, no, I want this castle. I want this one. I want what I was promised. And he goes, you know what? You don't want it. Daenerys is going to come for it. You wouldn't be safe. Wait until it's all over, and then you can have whatever of the 6 other castles that you want.
Whatever other castle you want.
Because there'll be 6 of them that are open.
Exactly.
Because the Red Keep will be Cersei's. But how much at the end where all of a sudden we just hear the Dothraki war cry. And it is just like, are they coming? Which way are they coming?
Oh, God. Like, you're looking everywhere.
What I thought was originally going to happen was a little misdirection where they make them think they're coming from that side. They build that wall, and then, boom, they hit them from behind or hit them on the sides to where it's a trap.
Nope, just straight in with an overwhelming mass.
Well, they could because they had so many freaking warriors.
Like I said, overwhelming mass.
They had so many of them. And especially when you have Daenerys and her dragon, here's a pathway.
Yep.
And they can just funnel right in the dragon
I'm going to cut this army right in half.
Or just make a doorway in the wall.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. She literally just took Dragon's Fire and cut the army in half, making this nice open area for them to go in, through, like,
and kind of funnel this way.
Yeah. They can go, they got funnel in and funnel back out. But you also have them doing that while the rest of them are against the wall.
No, there's nowhere to run if you're a Lannister army person.
You're done. You're done.
And I mean, the thing that I love most about the battle was when Bronn was going for the Scorpion. Yeah. Because with the smoke and everything, they did a nice job of making it seem what it would be like to be in that
down
battle.
There and all the smoke and being barely able to see.
People running around on fire. Bronn just pushing him out of the way, like, get the fuck out of my way, kind of a thing.
It's like, you're already going to die. Leave me alone.
But the thing I love even more, getting back to Jaime, he was kind of shell-shocked through the whole thing.
Yeah, he was.
He was, like, at the beginning, he wasn't, because Bronn said, run. He's like, you get out of here. And he goes, no, I'm not leaving my army. And Bronn goes, no, you're an idiot. We're about to get swamped. Yeah. We're about to get swamped.
That was before he realized the dragon was coming.
Yeah. That was it.
You see the Dothraki horde coming right at all of them, and he's like, no, go. We're going to get swamped. Run. Because they would have been overwhelmed with just that.
Yeah, and I mean, if Jaime dies, really, that's a big blow to the Lannisters.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the head of the military.
Lannister.
Well, not the head of House Lands. That's
and the head. Yeah, you're right. The head of the military.
The head of the military, right next to Cersei, is gone.
Yeah,
completely gone. Plus, if Jaime dies, Cersei's going completely mad. Like if Jaime, and here's the thing, because right now we don't know if he's dead or not.
Exactly.
If he dies, or if Cersei thinks he's dead, she's going Mad Queen. Like, we're going to get ready for Mad Queen Cersei.
She probably would go Mad Queen.
Because even if he's not dead, what I think is going to happen is, like, let's say they don't kill him, word's going to get back to Cersei that he is dead, and she's going to lose it. She's going to absolutely lose it.
She's probably just going to take every resource, build a shit ton of ballistas, or
Scorpions.
Scorpions, thank you, as they're calling it. Just bring them up to Daenerys' door and fire the fuck at those dragons. She's gonna go Mad Queen about all of it. She's just gonna shit crazy.
Or just
batshit crazy.
See, and the thing I don't get is just build them on the Citadel.
Yeah.
Build a shit ton of them on King's Landing.
Exactly.
So that if they attack King's Landing, you can just shoot at them. But that's what I think is going to happen. We're going to get Mad Queen Cersei because word's not going to get back to her that he's alive. Because people are going to assume that he's dead. Kind of like Arya. We're going to get to her in this episode. But like when she walked up to Winterfell, they're like, no, Arya's dead. You're not. Like they keep telling her to fuck off.
Yeah.
You're not Arya. And she's like, wait until Sansa finds out you turned Arya Stark away. And then they're like, maybe we should look into this.
Yeah.
But this whole battle was very interesting to watch.
Oh, it was.
Because not only did you have Jaime was there. He was kind of shell-shocked in it. At the end, he was like, Daenerys is trying to pull the spear out of the dragon. And Jaime's like, fuck, I can go and kill her. And right before he got to him, that's when the dragon head came down and Bronn saved him.
Yeah.
The horses didn't survive, but a lot of horses died in the making of this episode.
Bronn's horse?
But it was that he thought he could kill that. You had Tyrion looking on. And what was funny was a Dothraki warrior said to him in Dothraki, your people aren't good at fighting.
Yeah.
They're not too good. And like even him looking at Jaime was like, run, you idiot. Just run. No, don't go after her. Just run away.
He saw Tyrion looking right at Daenerys off of the dragon.
Did he see Tyrion?
No, Tyrion, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Tyrion saw Jaime.
Jaime looking right at the dragon and Daenerys. He's like, no. Why would you try it?
Yeah.
Don't do it. Jaime decided to do it.
Well, and I mean, I would have done exactly what Jaime did. Because even if you die, if you take out Daenerys, if any chance you take out Daenerys, the war's over.
Exactly.
The war is over. It's all done. But anything about this battle that you think we haven't hit? Because there's a ton other stuff that we
just fucking epic.
It was a great way. Like this was the mid-season finale.
Yeah.
And this is a great way to end the episode. Probably best fight that we've seen, or best war
we've seen so far. We've seen
since probably the Battle of the Bastards.
Yeah.
Probably that one was probably that and this are kind of right there for me because of how epic they were. But also I want to hit Arya next.
Yes.
She gets to Winterfell. Mm-hmm. She talks with Sansa, which you made an interesting comment during that. You made the comment of it's kind of interesting how each of the Starks, especially Sansa and Arya, have gotten more cold as the series has gone on.
Bran included.
Not like, oh, I'm cold, but
no,
like their personality
emotionally
is just like Bran's completely shut off from all emotions.
He's basically he's
a three-eyed raven.
As he even put it, he's not Bran anymore.
Yeah.
He's the three-eyed raven.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not Bran, and that's when she even said the one he was with,
you died in the cave.
You died in that cave.
Because Bran died in that cave
he came out as a three-eyed raven.
Yep.
But like Arya, we saw badassery with her fighting Brienne.
Oh, that was great.
That was great. Where she's like, "Your sword's too small. You can't." She goes, "Don't worry, I won't cut you." Ting ting ting, ting ting ting. And even when she loses the sword,
Valerian's dagger,
the dagger, and just gets her every time. Brienne even got mad because she kicked her.
Mm-hmm.
Because she kicked her.
Foot stomp. 300.
Yeah, right to the chest.
300 there.
Right to the chest. But Arya, to me, she was, besides the fight, that was the most interesting part to me of the episode.
Yeah.
Because you got her and Sansa talking, plus you got Littlefinger looking on at her in admiration And she looked back at Littlefinger like, I want to kill you.
Yeah, no trust whatsoever. But now maybe she's real. It looked a little bit like she's realizing you're kind of feeding Sansa something.
Yes,
because you're always near Sansa. Well, the cool part, the interesting part, I should say, is not interesting 100% in the thing I was thinking at first. Why did? Because Sansa was completely correct when she said that Littlefinger doesn't give you anything because he's generous. He wants something out of it.
He gives it to you because he thinks
Why
he can
did
get
he
something.
give Bran that dagger?
Why did he give Bran the dagger?
Yeah. He wants something. We all know it.
The only thing I can think of is that Littlefinger knows that Bran has these visions or has an idea.
Yeah.
What if he gives him the dagger to later say, hey, I gave you this. Tell me what's out there. I need to know this information. Tell me. Have your ravens go. Kind of do what Varys would do. However, Varys had his little birds that would tell him things.
He actually has little birds now.
Yeah, but like at King's Landing, his little birds that were actually children.
Yeah.
Maybe Littlefinger is going to ask Bran for a favor or say, hey, I gave you this dagger. It's your turn to give me what I want.
Yeah, that's very true.
Because the thing with Littlefinger, the most powerful thing for him and the thing he yearns for is information.
Exactly.
He wants to know everything. And like he said, I think it was back in season 1, he's going to do whatever he can to get on the Iron Throne.
Yep.
It was something like, I see one vision in my head, me on the Iron Throne, and I'm going to do whatever I can to get.
That was season 6, I think?
Was it?
5 or 6, where he says it to Sansa.
I thought he mentioned that earlier.
He may have mentioned it earlier, too, but that quote you're talking about is from 5 or 6 when he talks to Sansa.
So we know he wants to be on the Iron Throne.
He does.
And he's going to do whatever he can
he's
to
not
get
like
there.
He's not like our two main contenders, Daenerys and Cersei. He's more of, I'm going to do this backhandedly. I'm
going to let you guys kill each other and then swoop
right in
to take it.
Yep.
And that's how he works, kind of behind the scenes.
Exactly.
And to me, I think I was wrong because I looked it up and I couldn't find the answer I was looking for. I could have sworn Littlefinger was on Arya's list.
And you know what? I don't remember.
I could have sworn because that would make sense. She even looked at him, and like when she looked at him, I thought he's on the list. I thought he was on the list for what he did to Ned.
Yeah,
because he was behind betraying Ned and getting his head cut off. And part of me was like, I thought he was on the list. But it could just be, like you were saying, you're around Sansa a lot. Plus, when Jon gets back, I feel like Littlefinger is going to be outnumbered. Because Bran is off in his own world. He is just focusing on himself. Sansa's very impressionable to Littlefinger.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she's kind of like, she's not going to listen to everything he says, but I think she's a little impressionist when it comes to like him. She's impressionable is what I'm saying.
There you go. Yeah, no, I agree.
A little bit to where Arya and Jon are like, I ain't taking your shit.
No.
Like, we even saw Jon before he left. He's
don't
like,
talk to Sansa.
Don't talk to her. I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
Like, that is basically what he had said. Like, that is what is going down. Also, speaking of Jon, we got a lot from him in this episode.
We did.
Not only does he show Daenerys that the White Walkers are real with the drawings in the cave, he shows her how much dragon glass there is. She asks him for advice on what to do, which he gives her an interesting answer. And he has kind of interactions with both Theon and the right hand, the translator that is freed by Daenerys, kind of questioning her freedom. A lot goes on
with Jon in this. In the short time we see him.
We got a lot of Jon. And the thing I loved most is when she was like, tell me what you think. What do you think I should do? I am losing. What would you do? And he says, don't ride the dragons. Don't ride them. Because if you ride them, then you're not different than your ancestors.
He said not to ride them and go melting cities, burning people.
Yeah.
Or melting castles and burning people. Daenerys sort of took his advice and didn't go melting castles.
No, she melted the army.
And she just...
And the food supply.
Yeah, that's all she... But she didn't go after any castles. She didn't go any, like, big populated areas. She didn't really burn a ton of people, like, intentionally. She could have swooped across that whole army and burned every single one of them. No, instead, brought the Dothraki with her, but had them do most of the fighting of people, burned a hole, basically one hole. And yeah, some other people that were along the tram got burned.
Took out the scorpion.
Yeah, she burned that whole tram, though, that train of wagons. That's what the main goal of the dragon, it seemed like, was.
Yeah.
I'm going to use the dragon to burn all their supplies.
The only people she really burned was that first initial path and then the archers that got in the square to shoot at the dragon.
Yeah.
And that's when it bounced right off of the dragon and just burned those archers.
Yeah,
I think the main goal of that was there's two goals to that.
Yeah.
One, get rid of all the food and stuff. But also, number two, those soldiers were supposed to die at Casterly Rock.
Yeah.
And they didn't. So this was basically Daenerys saying, no. You're not escaping this. I am killing those people. Like, I am killing your warriors and then decimating your army.
Completely demolished one of her armies. The other one she doesn't have control of because she's not in charge of Dorne.
No, I'm saying Daenerys to the Lannisters.
That's what I'm saying too.
I need this group of people that were supposed to die at Casterly Rock to be dead.
Well, no. Well, what I'm saying more so instead, because we don't forget about the next time on.
Yeah.
She destroyed she destroyed all their supplies, killed a good chunk of her head. The Dothraki do it, but because the one for she doesn't have control of the Dornish army because their leader is captured. She doesn't have the Tyrells because they're all dead.
Doesn't have the Greyjoy fleet.
So it's like, well, kind of even the odds. Take out most of the Lannister army, and anything left, work for me or die.
This was her way of kind of leveling the playing field. She needed something. She needed something to go her way. But getting back to Jon,
yes,
like he was even saying, he told her not to use the dragons, but the most important thing with Jon, I thought, in this episode was when he was talking to, and I can't remember her exact name. It's blanking me.
Yeah.
But the right-hand woman to Daenerys, she was the slave, was freed, and he was kind of having a conversation with her. Davos was there as well. She goes, well, no, she freed me. And he's like, but don't you just serve her now? And she goes, no, I choose to serve her. And he goes, like, he gave her that look on the face, like on his face, like, yeah,
sure.
Okay, right. Because he even asked, he goes, well, what would you do what would she do if you said you wanted to leave tomorrow? I would give you she would give me a ship and say, best be on your ways. And I was like, I had the same look as Jon. Like, Jon gave her a look like, sure, but then why haven't you tried it?
Right.
It's like, then why haven't you felt like to ask? Because Jon was tapping into something I never thought of, is she really freed? Or is it one of those like, yeah, you're free, but then they subconsciously get you to serve the queen? Because,
well, Jon's skeptic, and I don't see it.
Still won't bend the knee, which I love.
Hell no. I don't see it as him. How'd you put it just a minute ago? That
What do you mean?
It's not that like she's
being it's not like you are free. She's being kind of tricked.
No, how you agreed with Jon on looking at it.
Yeah. All right, then why haven't you tried it?
Yeah,
why haven't you tried to go back home?
I think it's him looking more at her like, yeah, I don't believe that.
Yeah, I don't believe it either.
Like, I don't believe that she would let you go. I don't think she'd send you on a ship and say best of luck.
No, I don't think so either.
No, because you're kind of serving her now.
Especially at this point.
Yeah.
And then we also get Jon Snow with Theon.
Yeah.
Where basically I was like, oh, what's going to go on? And then I
was expecting just to deck him in the face.
I asked you jokingly, I'm like, are they going to hug? Are they going to hug? We going to get a hug? And he grabs him and basically says, if you didn't do what you did for Sansa, I'd kill you right now.
Yeah. I was surprised he didn't get decked in the face at least.
Because Theon was behind the initial attack that basically killed the younger Starks, right?
Yeah.
And that's when Bran escaped. I almost said Bronn. I'm like, no, that's not Bronn.
No.
Bran escaped.
Bran, his brother.
And Hodor.
And they sent the one brother on the way eventually, and Hodor and him went off. But Yeah, no, that's what initially did that. And he even made it seem like he killed the two of them at one point.
Yeah. No, I think he did. Because, like, even I still remember the episode of them hanging there.
Yeah, the two dead boys.
Like, their charred bodies, and he, like, couldn't look at them. Theon couldn't look at them.
Well, because he was stating that he killed them.
Yes.
He made everyone believe he killed them.
Yeah.
But it wasn't them.
Yeah. And that's basically what that was. And, like, this episode had a lot into it.
Yeah, it did.
I mean, even with Tyrion, who's on my shirt right now.
Yep.
Interesting point from Daenerys of, are you basically telling me to do these things because you do not want your brother or the people of the Lannister army, who you may know, to die?
Yeah.
Was Tyrion trying to limit casualties by making up the plans that he was making?
I think he wasn't trying to make her lose, which is what she's starting to think from him. But I think he was trying to limit the casualties because he knows.
Because he has a close connection.
He's a close connection to the Lannister army and his brother especially because.
And the people of King's Landing.
Yeah. I mean, I think he can give a shit about Cersei.
Yeah, fuck her, right?
Yeah, that's what I think he feels like too, because it's like she always thought I should be dead anyway, so fuck her. Especially since she like pushed it like for him to be killed as opposed to you can be killed or
that was
sent to Night's Watch.
That was mainly because that was after the Joffrey thing. She really hates him now though because he killed their father.
Yeah, that too.
That's really why she hates him now.
That's an added one now.
Yeah,
but she hated him. She hated him before that.
Killed the father with a crossbow right on the shitter.
Yep.
Right on the shitter. Just a great way to die, right on the shitter.
That's how he would want to go.
But I mean, I'm trying to think of anything else we might have missed in this episode.
We have Bran and the Stark reunion, basically.
We kind of hit, like, Bran is interesting. I can't wait to see how he's going to play into everything.
Yeah.
Because we're getting little snippets now of, like, Bran. Like, this one was more so where it's like, okay, Bran is not Bran anymore.
No.
He is just emotionless. He is the three-eyed raven.
Arya's not the Arya they remember either.
No. And even, like,
it scared Sansa, like you said
Sansa's
earlier.
Not the... Well, it scared Sansa seeing Arya fight, I think.
That's what I'm saying. Because she thought she was joking. Like, why are you heading towards King Landing? Oh, to kill Cersei.
Yeah, and she even, like, Sansa laughed, and Arya, like, laughed, like, kind of like that when someone says something really psychotic and you go, and they're like,
no, I actually did it.
I'm kind of serious, but I'll laugh anyways. That was the kind of laugh that Arya gave off.
But then Bran's like,
the dagger.
No, I'm sorry. What she said to Sansa was, "Oh, most of them are dead." And then Bran brings up, "Oh yeah, I thought you were going to King's Landing."
Yeah.
And like this is like,
and it's like, oh shit, she was serious.
She was serious. She was. Yeah. I'm surprised they haven't brought up Walder Frey yet. Like, why she didn't bring any of that up to Sansa yet?
That she killed Walder Frey.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or Bran didn't bring it up or something. Because he brought up being there, though. Maybe
Bran only brought that up to prove that she was not lying.
That's true.
Because Bran could have saw them talking.
That's true. Or
could have known.
He doesn't need to see them talking. Yeah. He just knows.
Yeah, he just knows. He knows
And then
everything.
the third part of that, too, is when she sees her fight, it's like, oh, shit, this really is real.
And Littlefinger starts smiling, kind of like that Now, I don't think it was like you joked about where it's like, oh, maybe I'm hitting on the wrong Stark.
Yeah.
I think it was more of, I can use her.
No, I completely agree. That's what I was about to say, actually.
I can use her to my benefit.
Exactly.
She has skills that I need.
She has skills that I do not have, but I could definitely use.
Yeah.
And no, his look on his face is like, this is another pawn for me to use in my chess game.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like, now I got Sansa. I got a little bit of Sansa. I got to work with this one a little bit, get her, because I already got her sister. And the only one he's going to have a problem with is Jon Snow. Bran's not going to, I mean, I'd say Bran, but Bran's not going to do anything.
No, and we kind of had the interaction with the dagger. The only question I have going into the future episodes is the money. Mainly because in the Daenerys attack, we saw the food get burned, but I don't know if the money cart was still there.
Exactly. That's what we were talking about earlier.
Or if they sent the money cart off on their own. I hope the money cart was there because I want to see what happens because Cersei thinks that money is coming.
Yeah.
What's going to happen now with, okay, Dornish army, Tyrell army off the board. You can't use the Iron Bank, because you don't have the money.
Exactly.
You can't pay your debt. Because even the Iron Bank representative was like, I thought your father was a man of his word. But you clearly take that to the next level.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone pay it back in full so quickly.
Well, and I'm going to actually, this is where we're going to turn it on to them. Let's turn it on to you guys. What do you guys think? Let us know down below. Is Jamie dead? What did you think of the fight? Let us know about Arya. Everything about this episode, let us know. Let's continue the conversation down below in the comment section. You can also hit us up on Twitter. I'm at Ricky Widmer. Johnny is at
War Machine 9085.
And Most Valuable Podcast is at Most Valuable Pod. I want to thank you guys for watching and listening. And as always, have a good day, everybody.